Mm. Alrighty. Mhm. Now that's in my head again. All right. Gonna get started this morning. Um, I do not have the word ops written on the background today. That's new. I I don't know if this will be a continuing thing. I do love my debates, but well, I don't call them debates. I call them conversations, but I want to move towards something different. Um, I spoke about this a little bit on Tuesday. Just the fact that we are going to have to find a way to move forward. And we're not going to be able to do that if we are constantly biting at each other's heels, if we are constantly looking to get at each other, and if we keep letting them make us hate each other for bullshit, for the isms. It's what I referenced on Tuesday. If we keep hating each other for the isms, we're not ever going to move forward. Um, we should want benefit for the entirety of the United States of America. That's what I would like to see. And that's not what we're seeing. We have an administration um, that is going after anyone who expresses an opinion that they don't like, right? We had a president threaten a journalist because he didn't like their question. Why? I wonder. Hi, Guero. You guys, as we come in today, can we please boop that screen, share the live out, do your daily heart me if you haven't already. Like I said, I do not have the word ops only in the background today. That doesn't mean I'm looking to have a whole bunch of friendlies, but I'm gonna change direction today, kind of like I did on Tuesday. I don't want to see what this is falling into. David, but that is coming from our administration now, right? It's coming from the administration to give consequences, and that's not okay with me. So, we're going to talk about that. We have, I'm sure we all heard. I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel. Never did. I also didn't stay up late enough for that, but, um, Jimmy Kimmel, he as of right now, he's not fired, but his show has been pulled, right? Okay. We have heard from people within ABC that he was not pulled because of his comments. They do not think that his comments went too far, but he was pulled because of threats from within the administration. We have Brendan Carr, okay, who is in charge of the FCC, who came on to Benny Johnson and threatened ABC, saying if they did not take action, then the FCC would take action with fines and with possible license revocation. Right? Jesus, punks. Um, that's a problem because that is threatening speech just because they didn't like it. Right? Prove it. Prove he was on Benny Johnson and saying those things. You can't find that. Brendan Carr went on Benny Johnson and threatened ABC with action. Okay. He is now saying that that ABC has the right to make Jimmy Kimmel donate to Turning Point USA, which they don't. He has a quote here. They are facing the consequences of the choices they made. If you have a license from the FCC, we expect you to serve the public interest. But what's the public interest? Is that just what they say? When we know that there is a SCOTUS case I found out about this morning. Okay. It was a 9-0 SCOTUS case from 2024 where government officials, this was part of the opinion that was delivered by Justice Sotomayor, Government officials cannot attempt to coerce private parties in order to punish or suppress views that the government disfavors. So even the act of the FCC chair threatening action, right? Threatening their merger from the company that owns them, threatening fines, threatening to revoke their license, right? Those are threats to freedom. It is a freedom of speech issue when they directly threatened ABC. This was not something ABC just decided on its own. The FCC chair threatened them with action. I don't know why we are getting to a point in this country where we want to be treaded on. Tread on me harder, daddy. I thought we wanted limited government. I thought we wanted people to leave us the fuck alone and to be able to say what we want to say. We should be able to do that. Right? I think that we should. You want receipts. All right, let me see if I can get this up. I don't know how well I'll be able to get you guys to hear it, but this was Brendan Carr on Benny Johnson before Jimmy Kimmel's show was pulled.
But frankly, when you see stuff like this, I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. These companies can find ways to change conduct and take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC. Again, there's actions that we can take on licensed broadcasters, and frankly, I think that it's really sort of past time that a lot of these licensed broadcasters themselves push back on Comcast and Disney and say, listen, we are going to preempt. We're not going to run Kimmel anymore until you straighten this out, because we licensed broadcaster, are running the possibility of fines or license revocation from the FCC if we continue to run content that ends up being a pattern of news distortion.
So they want the licensed broadcasters to say, well, we are going to be fined and possibly get our license revoked from the FCC. That is a direct threat from the government to limit speech. Okay? That is an issue. I don't understand why you would want any government to threaten speech in that way. It's also unconstitutional and it violates the First Amendment. You guys want authoritarianism. You guys want to be tread on. As long as it's in your benefit for your political view. And I think that's where the problem lies, is we have allowed this man to split us up so far that we're fighting each other and wanting to own each other instead of actually coming together and watching what they are doing to us, right? I didn't call you that. The vice president called him that. There are parallels, and we can talk about them. Let's see if I can find some of this. Okay. Because Mustache Man used something called the lying press, right? The lying press. He just said anything that disagreed with what him and Goebbels said was the lying press. So then we had a president come out and use the terminology fake news. Anything he doesn't like is fake news. Anything that disagrees with him is fake news. And he can choose to come after them if he wishes. There's parallels there. I'm not calling him a Yahtzee. I am just saying we have to look at those parallels. Why are we not? I just want you to have a little bit of critical thinking is all I'm asking for, okay? I need people to wake up a little bit. Authoritarians are cheering for the end of democracy and for the end of freedom, for the end of rights to be able to say whatever you want us to say. Freedom is weeping. Many of you are racist, Big Red. Many of you are. Me calling you that is freedom of speech to do so. You being racist is your freedom of speech to do so. But I'm allowed to call you that. And I don't think that the government should be allowed to come after anyone for saying that out loud. Freedom of speech has consequences, but not from the government, David. Very explicitly, not from the government. I'm misinformed. I would love you guys could come up and tell me how I'm misinformed. We can have a conversation about that, but I really would like to focus on the fact that you are defending somebody who is tearing us apart as a nation. Why is that okay with you? Thank you, Olive Raiders. Welcome in, my friends. Hello, hello, hello. As I was explaining, I've been on for a little bit. I was explaining I was going with a little bit of a different tactic today. Okay. Kind of similar to what I did on Tuesday. I am willing to have conversations, but I took the ops only out of my box. But I don't want to have a complete echo chamber. But I'm talking about how the government of the United States of America is threatening freedom of speech in this country, and that there is actually a SCOTUS case on this, and how they're not allowed to do it. A
Which
9-0.
SCOTUS case? 9-0?
A 9-0 ruling. Let me find it. I have multiple tabs open now.
I do too, because I saved a few new SCOTUS rulings, and I also Judge blocks Trump administration from immediately deporting Guatemalan children. Interesting.
So it was the SCOTUS case in 2024 of the NRA versus VULO. So after Parkland had happened, around the same time Parkland had happened, the NRA was, doing what they always do, promotional stuff for guns. And VULO, who at the time was the superintendent of the New York Department of Financial Services, had spoken out that she disagreed with them being able to do that. That's fine. She can do that. That's not a violation of speech. Where their complaint was that she went and had meetings with insurance companies that they deal with, and expressing her opinion there in a way where she can directly or indirectly affect what they do with the NRA. That is a violation of free speech, as it was ruled in the 9-0 court in 2024, is that she indirectly threatened their freedom of speech by going to the insurance company she can directly affect. So, in an analogous manner, we talk about, hi Adi, we talk about the FCC, the chairman of the FCC indirectly and directly threatening a company, a private company, to fire someone over speech they did not agree with.
Have you seen the clip that they're running with to say that he was talking badly about Kirk at all?
I have the quote.
Gotcha.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang trying to characterize this kid who unalived Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, Kimmel said. He also poked fun at President Trump's response to a question from the press about how he was mourning Kirk's death after Trump pivoted to a discussion of the construction of a new White House ballroom. So, is there a way to interpret this as Jimmy Kimmel accusing that Tyler Robinson was MAGA? Sure, there's a way to interpret it that way. You could also interpret it in a way to say that what the right did, which is what they did, was anything that they could to scramble to ensure he was not one of them. And I think that's what Jimmy Kimmel was saying, is what we saw was a frantic scramble from the right, and specifically from our administration, which is the terrifying part, of trying to make sure that this person wasn't MAGA.
Well, and not even before Red goes on, you have our VP openly stating that if someone is speaking quote unquote poorly about Charlie Kirk, you should contact their or you should report them to their employer for using their freedom of speech.
Right. Big Red, how are you today?
I'm doing so good.
Okay, what would you like to speak about?
Yeah, y'all can't go around calling people Nazis and
Why not?
Hitler and everything else that y'all didn't expect
Why not?
everybody to just be fine with it.
You
Because
don't
I
have to
guess
be fine with it. You don't have to be fine with it. You can have as many feelings. Hold on, Big Red. Big Red, you can have as many feelings as you want to about that. I don't have any issue with that. What you can't do is limit their speech.
Yep. You can't go around getting people killed, and that's what y'all did.
Nobody did that.
Yep. Y'all
Nobody
liberal
did
hats got Charlie shot.
No.
Yeah.
We don't know what his motivation was. We have no clue, Big Red. And I'm not going to speak on that. What I'm going to speak on is regardless of, and that investigation will be ongoing, and we will find out about that as the case progresses. And I have no problem talking about that once the case progresses, but we are not going to speculate in my live. That's not something we are going to do. What we are going to do is talk about the fact that we have an administration who is directly coming after anybody who's speaking out against Charlie Kirk. And I don't see why you don't have a problem with that. Do you believe in the ideals of don't tread on me? Do you believe in the ideals of small government? Do you believe in the Constitution? Big Red.
Not anymore, I have to say.
Okay.
Not anymore. I do
Not anymore. So you would like authoritarianism.
I believed in it since Joe Biden was president, and he walked all over us.
How did he walk all over it?
Didn't they silence us? Silenced
How?
our speech?
How? How do you do
Called
that?
us misinformation?
How?
Called us inbreds? Called us
Biden definitely never called anybody inbreds. How did he silence your speech?
Taking us behind the gym and beating us up.
How did he silence your speech?
That's y'all know damn well.
That's him exercising his freedom of speech. How did he silence your speech?
I don't think you understand.
Using his administration, using his office, Big Red. I know it's so frustrating. Using his office, how did he limit your speech?
What's frustrating?
Using his office, how did he limit your speech?
Y'all know exactly how he did it. They took people off.
Tell me. Hold on. He took people off the internet.
President off Twitter.
He took people. No, Twitter
You
did
think
that.
he didn't have anything to do with it? Then
Show
there's
me where
no
he did. I would love to see where he had anything to do with
no
Donald
sense
Trump
in
being
talking
removed
to
from
him. You know
Twitter.
damn well.
Show me
You know
where.
damn well
When was
y'all
Donald Trump
liberals
removed
had
from Twitter?
everything to do with it.
When was he removed?
I don't know, but I know he was removed.
When?
I don't know. I just told you that.
After
Is there
January
something
6th.
Gotcha, because I don't
After
know when he
January
was
6th.
removed.
After
Okay.
January 6th. Biden was not inaugurated yet.
And it does.
So
It
then
doesn't.
Biden's administration did nothing to silence your speech. Twitter made a
Absolutely
decision on
did.
January
No matter
8th
how
to
polite you
pull
say it,
Donald
we
Trump's
all know the
account.
truth.
To pull Donald Trump's
We
account.
all know
Biden
the
was
truth.
not inaugurated yet. So
We
that was
all
the
know
Trump
the truth.
administration. And Twitter made a private decision to remove
Giving plenty
him.
of money from old Jack, wasn't he? That owned Twitter at the time. That's why Elon
What?
bought it.
Sure, Elon bought it for free speech, and he is also now tweeting, going against free speech and telling people to get fired. So, free speech party my ass. Now, tell me again where the Biden administration. Show me again where the Biden administration limited your speech.
The liberal ideology is dead. It's dead. It's done.
Show me where Biden limited your speech.
Yeah, when he took my president off Twitter.
He did not do that. Twitter did that on January 8th of 2021. Biden was not president yet. Biden was not president yet. He did not have his cabinet in yet because he was not president yet.
You don't know that or not. You don't know if he had anything to do with it or not.
How would he have anything? So there's some shadow government that he ran before he was even inaugurated.
He was the oncoming president. You don't know if he had anything to do with it.
He was the incoming president. You show me proof that he did, because that's just tinfoil hat conspiracy, Big Red, to make yourself feel better for wanting an authoritarianism. Like, that's all you want. You want a dictator.
Show me proof he didn't.
You can't prove a negative. That's how that works. You have to prove a positive.
Trump 2028.
So you genuinely don't care about the Constitution?
Do you have a personality outside of him?
No, he doesn't. We know this. He doesn't actively have a personality outside of Trump. This is why, specifically, the education system is falling apart for grown-ass adults like Big Red. In what, Big Red?
In criminology, and I don't
Obviously not.
Jesus, no, you don't.
Because then you would know you can't prove a negative. You have to prove positive claims if you had a degree in criminology.
After 24 years, my last.
Take cab all day, every day.
Yeah. Show me where Biden limited your speech. Prove it.
You keep saying that shit, but I'm gonna tell you it all over again. Like, my story's gonna change.
You just gonna wear your tinfoil hat. You're gonna have no. What are you gonna do once he is no longer around? What are you gonna do with yourself?
Vance?
Oh, you're gonna move your personality over to Vance?
Yep, and then I'll be on here talking shit to liberals for them.
Not a liberal.
Why are you allowing them to break apart this nation? Why can't you care for your fellow citizen even if you disagree with them?
It was already broke apart. We were hella divided before Trump got in office.
Oh, really? When?
When Obama called a bunch of cops stupid.
He called who stupid?
A bunch of cops. He called cops stupid and started creating division in this country with Black Lives Matter.
That wasn't a thing yet.
When was Black Lives Matters created? What year was that? And why was it created?
Why was it created? I don't know. It was created by two fat black lesbians who
All the
Get it
isms. This is
stole
what
a
I
bunch
said. The
of
only
money.
thing you guys have is isms.
They stole a bunch of money, and you know, I
You
mean,
know who also stole a bunch of
all us
money? You know who
Nazis,
also did that? Trump.
call
Trump
us
stole a bunch
pedophiles.
of money from a cancer charity. That's why he can't do charities in New York. You know how else he stole money? He stole money from a bunch of Republicans that were trying to pay to put bricks on the wall and have it signed and have their name on the wall and stuff like that. And yet you guys still didn't get that. But it's
That's so
whatever. Again, grown ass
terrible.
adults who have parasocial
That's so
relationships who won't
terrible.
wake up to the issue of what's currently going on in this administration are just going to be left behind.
Hey, let
Again,
me
we
tell you
talk
what's
about Bush
going
had the
on in
Left Behind
Florida. While
program. A bunch
things
of grown
popping
ass
off,
men are
my
going to be
investments are
left
steadily
behind. It
climbing.
sucks. It sucks.
401k popping off, investments steadily climbing.
It's not. Our economy is going to shit. I just still don't understand
Don't
why
keep
you can't
saying
have a
that. Can't
personality
keep
outside
saying
of this
that.
man and why
While
you
it's
can't
that,
understand that
can't
that
y'all have
that
a
speech.
personality
I
outside of that?
understand that you're happy right now because the speech is being limited of people you don't like. The problem is that could be you one day.
Well, y'all were happy when it happened to y'all.
When
So
did it happen? When?
y'all cheered for President Trump to get off of Twitter. Y'all loved it.
Twitter did that.
He also
Y'all
wasn't
When
loved
was
it.
president then.
when was
Y'all loved
the
it.
no,
Y'all loved it.
when did people
There's
storm the Capitol?
videos of
When did
y'all
people storm the
flipping,
Capitol?
jumping up and down.
When did people storm the Capitol?
Colt 45, 47.
Is that a threat?
Colts 45,
Yeah.
47.
Yeah, who said that?
I did.
Yeah. That's your freedom of speech to say it, right? When
Colt
did
45,
the Biden
47.
administration, when did the Biden administration go against your freedom of speech?
I told you when they took my president off Twitter.
Oh my God, you guys are so stupid.
Genuinely. And they don't have a
so-
personality.
To make it clear for a fucking millionth more time, after his tweets on January 6th, Twitter, a private company, made the decision on January 8th to remove Donald Trump from Twitter. Joe Biden was not inaugurated until January 20th of 2021. That is how the timeline works. You would have to prove to me that Joe Biden had any sway or pull in a governmental capacity to threaten Twitter to pull Donald Trump from Twitter. You cannot do that. But what we do have is Brendan Carr, the FCC chair appointed by Trump, who threatened ABC with action and violated the First Amendment by doing so in order to have them pull Jimmy Kimmel, who I don't even care about. But it is a sign. It is a red fucking flag. And you
But
guys aren't getting it.
they've been doing this since the whole thing that happened with Charlie Kirk, right? They've been going after citizens. They've been saying they understand the concept of a list. Let's remember that, right? Because his name is on the list. His name is on the list. I will say it till I'm blue in the fucking face. His name is on the list. They understand how lists work, but yet they won't release the one that should be released.
So, Mr. Trump was locked out of his account for 12 hours on Wednesday after he called the people who stormed the U.S. Capitol patriots. Twitter warned that it would ban Mr. Trump permanently if he breached the platform's rules again. After being allowed back on Twitter, Mr. Trump posted 2 tweets on Friday that the company cited as the final straws. One is, quote, "The 75 million great American patriots who voted for me, America first and make America great again, will have a giant voice long into the future. They will not be disrespected or treated unfairly in any way, shape, or form." Twitter said this tweet is being interpreted as further indication that President Trump does not plan to facilitate an orderly transition. In the next, the president tweeted, "To all of those who have asked, I will not be going to the inauguration on January 20th. Twitter said this was being received by a number of supporters as further confirmation that the election was not legitimate. So they said it violated the glorification of violence policy, and they banned him. That was a private decision they made. You would have to prove that any government coerced them to do so. Again, I'm willing to have conversations today. Still willing to do that. But I want to have a focus on the parallels we are seeing between 1930s Germany with the Lügenpresse and what we are seeing now. Authoritarianism isn't on the way. It's here. And I need you guys to break out of this shell you've created for yourself that he wanted you to stay in, where you just hate people for isms you don't understand, and join us and fight for democracy. Stop silencing freedom.
And if you don't, you guys can check out sources, and we can continue to speak to the younger generation and encourage our own party to go out and vote and stop playing purity politics.
Hello, Parkers.
Hi, love.
Our last stop had a terrible, terrible time using any sort of TikTok-friendly language.
Yes.
So I am here to just silently mod, because I will be damned if we take this live down.
Especially
I
on a
know
day where
that-
I'm really not trying to crash out.
Exactly.
I'm ready to go. You tell me when. I'll just take another nap for like 6 hours.
I feel like we know this. I was like, I know the
Yes.
conservatives don't actually care about or apparently read and understand the First Amendment, but we're going to extend the voices in this live for as long as possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, I know we did have somebody block. And if you want to talk about Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, we can talk about that. He also didn't threaten them. You would have to prove that he threatened them. Nope, they left.
Izzy, I did that yesterday. You missed me crashing out.
No, Izzy, I'm actually trying actively not to, because I crashed out on someone yesterday. Olive crashed out on someone yesterday. And I think, and I don't know if this will be a permanent thing, but I do want to move in a way maybe towards something like how Steve runs or how RTP runs and provide more information. We can have those conversations where we learn together. That's fine. I've not read everything. I won't pretend to. But we have to move forward. And this is not working to have a government threatening people's speech. So they said they weren't loading. Why are they there now? I can't. Red Dawn, are you there? Where'd you show up on my screen? I'm going to disconnect that. And then if you want to come back up, you can. I don't know if it's just being glitchy. You guys, while we are here, keep booping that screen. If we get up to 25,000 likes, I would really appreciate it, especially because I know TikTok likes the conflict. So it's not going to push me out as much, but I would prefer it if we could keep booping that screen, share the live out, do your daily heart me if you haven't. We can keep having conversations. Or is it me? Is it my internet? Might be me.
Red Dawn, are you there? We can't hear. Oh, you got bars. Check article in live Discord chat.
Reason. Can you hear me?
Now it's kind of
Can you hear me
It's kind
now?
of choppy. I
Buddy.
think you should be fine now.
How are you today?
Yeah, the screen keeps freezing for whatever reason today. Just fine yourself.
Doing well. What was on your mind today?
Well, it's my opinion that you may be angry at the wrong people. I mean, if you're going to be angry to anyone about Kimmel getting furloughed, fired, whatever the term
Right,
you're
I know, because
using
he's
is,
not technically fired, but they pulled the show. Right, yeah.
I would think the anger should be directed at like ABC and its affiliates. Now, granted, I'm not saying what the gentleman from the FCC did was correct, and he should definitely be fired or whatever the case may be. But I think ABC and their affiliates or whoever should have been like, and pardon my English, but fuck you.
Mhm.
We're doing what we want. You
Sure.
can't tell us what to do, and we'll see in court. But they kind of felt like a house of cards.
Mhm. No, and I agree with
So,
you.
I mean, so yes, I mean, being angry at the Trump administration and everybody else is one thing, but it's, it's
So let me
it's
be
a private
clear.
private company.
Sure, but let me be clear. I am very, very frustrated with multiple companies right now. We saw this with Columbia University in a similar aspect, right? What was it? The CBS settlement where they admitted to no wrongdoing, but they did pay him a ridiculous amount of money, right? I am mad at those corporations for not having a fucking backbone and standing up, but I'm going to be more mad for the fact that our federal governmental administration is even attempting to silence these people just because they don't like it.
Well, I mean, you're always going to get people who are going to try to do what they want to do, and you could be angry at it, but there's a reason why the judicial system exists, for people to stop people from doing that.
Sure, but
And
why
apparently
can't
they
we?
didn't want to.
Sure, but why can't we be mad that the chair of the FCC under Donald Trump's direction and appointment wants to silence speech that he doesn't like? The president threatened a journalist to come after them for hate
You-
speech.
You can be mad, I mean, and
So then what do
something
we
could be
do
done
about it
about
to
it. But there
ensure what do
again,
we as constituents do about it to ensure that that does not happen?
well, there's really not much we can do about it. I mean, it's up to them to
That doesn't scare
basically
you?
file. A lot of things scare me, but it's up to them to file the paperwork and take it to the next level. I mean, the court system exists primarily for
Right,
that,
and
to
I'm
stop
sure they will,
injustices.
but and I'm sure that either Kimmel himself or some other subsidiary in their name will eventually. But my issue is the fact that they are doing it at all. We are now going into authoritarianism. Like it is here. This is not a game
Well,
anymore.
and if you believe that, then I guess apparently ABC is going into authoritarian.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
say that word
capitalist
for me. I'm
oligarchs
tongue
are
tied today.
the capitalist oligarchs get a
So
benefit from that. So sure. Yeah.
So as
Mhm.
opposed to the media,
Mhm.
who, and let's face it, ABC was a pretty friendly, liberal media. Instead of them fighting back and saying, "Hey, this is wrong. We're not going to do this. Jimmy gets to keep his job," they didn't.
Well, he still has his job. They're going into like
Mm,
basically they're doing an internal investigation was their last words, but they're pulling the show in the meantime, right? Um
I mean, Jimmy's been kind of picking away at this for a whole long time.
so
I
what I
think
will say is
I think they just use
I'm
this
not
as an
defending Jimmy
opportunity.
Kimmel. I want to be clear on that. I don't even watch Jimmy Kimmel. I didn't ever thought he was that funny. This is not a personal
Ah,
thing on
shit,
Jimmy
you're
Kimmel like
freezing
I'm over
again.
here defending Jimmy Kimmel, okay? I'm defending the First Amendment and the right
Hmm.
for the fact that the government cannot threaten corporations with fines and license revocation to get what they want. They should not be able to do that. They're not allowed to do that under the Constitution. And yet I'm speaking with not you. I appreciate the civil conversation from you, but
No, they absolutely shouldn't be able to do
right, but
that.
I'm speaking with people who want them to do that, and that's what scares me is the people want this. They want this overreach of government. Just solely so they can own the libs, right? Like and I don't agree with that on either side. I don't think it's okay to just want to own a side and play these football politics while it is being our democracy is being dismantled.
Ugh. TikTok is freezing up so much.
I hope it's not me.
I'm sorry, I missed everything you
I
just
think it
said.
might
This
be
app
him
is
because you're
freezing
fine
up
on
on me
my
left and
end.
right.
Yeah, it's not you. You're good.
Are
I
you
seem to have a good signal.
are you helicoptering by chance? Are you in a moving vehicle? Are you doing this thing? I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I can't say the word. Are you
No,
traveling?
I'm parked. No, I'm parked in my driveway,
Oh, I
and I'm
mean,
on my home Wi-Fi.
it could be a
So,
mixture. But you're fine for me, Monty.
Oh,
So
okay. I just want to make sure because I know that Xfinity was doing stuff yesterday. I haven't heard anything about them doing anything today, but they might try.
well, I'll leave with I support your point that
Mhm.
the government shouldn't be saying anything like that. But like I said, I'm also fairly disgusted with the fact that, you know, ABC just went under. And I kind of think they were looking for a reason to take him down anyway.
Sure,
This might have been just the reason.
sure.
So
No, I agree with you, and I appreciate the civil conversation. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
thank you. You as well.
And that's
well,
the conversations I want to have. Like
look, guys, I didn't yell. I didn't yell, guys. Look at me. Woo!
I agree that the corporations are bending the knee, but they're going to. We've seen that in the history of authoritarian regimes that they're going to bend the knee because they get the benefit of doing so, and they are greedy. They don't care about the people. So that's why I want to have the conversations with the people because we as the people need to rise up. We need to do something about this and not just let them get away with it and move on to the next big calamity that the Trump administration will cause because that was their plan from the beginning. Steve Bannon always said it, flood the zone. As long as you keep a new crisis, new crisis, new crisis, you can't pay attention to what's actually happening as they slowly dismantle, and this is actually really fast, dismantle the fabric of our nation.
Well, and it's not like it's just started, right? It's not like this is something new. This has actively been going on since he's been in office. This is slowly ripping away the fabrics. We are just now seeing it in full full front. I don't know what I meant with that.
I'm gonna
frontal.
take that one.
That's fine. I don't care.
I do have
I'm-
links for that if you would like to check those out in my bio.
Same.
TikTok told you to comment, Audie? It's not
Comment
cool.
what?
I don't know.
What TikTok tell you to comment, Ari?
Thank you guys for being here. Like I said, I knew that having this subject wasn't going to be something that brought a lot of people in because they want to come in and scream and yell, and I understand that. So I appreciate you guys booping that screen. I appreciate you guys sharing the live out and trying to keep us up so that we can try and have conversations about why it is okay for the government to come after speech simply because it's going after the people you want it to come after. That I don't understand. I don't get it.
Because, like, the thing I also will say, and I'm sure you and Parkers can both agree with me, if this was happening on our side, I would be screaming at the top of my lungs. I don't think anyone's freedom of speech should be taken just because you don't agree with the person in office.
Right. Let me see. I was gonna find.
I don't agreeing with honestly anybody else. I'm a huge contrarian, but you have a good point. That's fair. That's valid. I'm not happy about
I got it. I got it.
You did it.
What did Ari post?
Oh, what's
What did it say? I'm scared.
Oh,
76 comments were sent in the last one. Why not send one too?
They said you're slacking. Would you like to participate?
Use your democracy and comment.
Okay, let me see. I was gonna read. This is one of my in way of this idea that we like it because they're going after the people we don't like. I think that that's a very important point. This idea that they're winning, and so it's okay because it's hurting the people that they have been taught to hate. This is one of my favorite poems. I'm sure everybody here who knows me has heard it because we all go in the same circles and we're all very, very intelligent people. This is a poem called First They Came by Martin Niemöller. He was a pastor. He lived in Germany during the 1930s. First, they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. The problem is you think he likes you. You think that he supports you. But there will come a day when all your enemies are locked up or unalived or booted from the country, and you think that you're winning, that your speech, any kind of critique that you might have, you don't like his tie that day, could be the thing that takes you down. Because there will be nobody left to fight. We were fighting and you let us get dragged away. So now you are on your own. And they're not going to save you. He insults you every single day. He said, smart people don't like me. What is there left to think but one, the intelligent people know better, and two, that he is calling you dumb? I wouldn't take that lying down. Yeah, I like that quote too, Vitamin C. One day, everyone will have always been against this. We're going to come to a time where people start saying, I didn't vote for him. No, I didn't vote for him. When they did. Steve describes this perfectly in an analogy talking about people who may have had Yahtzees in their family and they had memorabilia that they hide, and trying to explain that to their grandchildren about why they had this memorabilia and what that family member did. I think, like Steve says, this is going to be a similar event. That their grandchildren one day will find MAGA hats and flags with his face on it and be like, you supported this person? And they're going to have to explain that to their children. Why was 28 a blocked? I don't know. Where was this energy during the Biden administration? For what? I would love for you to come up. I can't invite you up, but I would love for you to come up, K-Dog, and have a conversation about it. I would absolutely love that. You guys, again, I appreciate you being here. I know I am stealing a little bit of stuff from what Steve says and what RTP says, but I think we all need to be on the same page on that. And if we're not, if we have different views on that, that's okay too.
No, I think we do. I think a lot of the issue, especially when it came to the 2020. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I keep hearing noises. The 2024 election, I personally think we didn't have a good enough cohesive message to move forward. I think that was also a part on the spectrum of being quote unquote influencers. As much as people don't want to believe it, when you host a live and you have a number of people show up in here, you are influencing one way or another. Does not matter, right? So I think what people need to comprehend when we are having these conversations, there's someone in here listening. And we need a cohesive message as people who are more left leaning. Fucking Crow, this is why you lost.
Add it to the list.
Right? My eyes are so blue today because of the.
It makes your eyes pop.
Yeah, apparently. I learned that. But, yeah, this is. When we have conversations like this, I do agree these conversations are needed. I think a lot of them need to be done more often. I would love to do these more often, but, you know,
But it's hard because
no one wants to have the conversation.
TikTok likes the fight.
Yeah, they do.
All right, so
Let me mute.
you're fine. As you go through your makeup.
Like a squirrel.
So, yeah. So, again, when we're talking about things like Lügenpresse in the 1930s, right? Like, I was talking about this with my husband. I think the problem is when we try to make comparisons to authoritarian regimes, and of course the big one is going to be Mustache Man. The problem is that people, in general, doesn't matter a side, but especially on the right, I think they imagine this idea that they cannot call it a parallel, they cannot call it a comparison until they physically see people being dragged in a line towards unaliving. And I think that's where the problem lies. I don't think enough people have watched the documentaries of the lead up to his power. And once he got his power, what he did with it and who he came after first, what he came after first. And I think that that's an issue. They're waiting for the bad to be able to say it's enough. And we've talked about that on multiple fronts. Well, when he finally does that, then yeah, I'll switch sides and agree with you. Why does it have to come to that? Why can you not see the red flags now?
Well, we live in such a reactive society. That's all they know, right?
Yeah.
We actively don't. We're not proactive. We're reactive. We've been this way for I don't know how long, probably longer than I've been alive or anyone else on this panel has been alive, right? So instead of being proactive, they want to be reactionary. And then by the time they want to react to it, they're too late.
It's too late.
Actively.
Backpack, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing well. What's on your mind today?
I'm trying to understand where you're drawing the line as far as acceptable actions
For what specifically?
against authoritarianism. I won't even go so far as to say regime.
Sure. So my big thing today is really speaking on the fact that we have the chair of the FCC directly threatening private companies with fines and license revocation in order to get what they want.
Okay, so what level of threat should be levied against that individual or entity?
None, because freedom of speech exists.
Right, but they're threatening to take away that freedom.
I agree. They are.
So why should you not threaten them?
I think that we need to have Congress stop being cowards. We need a few brave Republicans in Congress to stop being cowards and to start demanding action and demanding a check and balance in this administration and stop letting them get away with this.
And if they decide not to and others decide not to based on the authoritarian aspect of it, what are your options?
That's where I don't know. That's why I'm having these conversations. I am tired of people playing football politics. I want people to be able to kind of wake up together and come together and stop letting this administration do what they're doing. What does that mean for me right now? It means conversations and speech, but what does that mean in the future? I don't know.
But is something as Benjamin Franklin, or no, it wasn't Franklin, it was Jefferson, said that the tree of democracy has to be watered in the blood of patriots and tyrants.
Sure. So that would be an uprising of revolution and violence. And I won't advocate for that personally, but I'm not saying that that's not a place we would get to if we keep going down this path.
But would you?
Would I what?
Would you commit to that if it came to that? So
I would do my
usual
part.
question
I'm not
is,
going to sit
I
here and
get
say
really-
I'm a good fighter. That I wouldn't know how to quantify that.
I mean, you don't have to be a good fighter to make certain things that have been used previously
Sure, but
against the
right.
populace.
I'm just saying that I think that even in a revolution, we have people who have roles, and not every person's role is on that front line.
But you would support the violence?
I would have to see who organized it, what their goal is. I don't really advocate for violence. It's just not something that I do.
Okay. I think that's the issue that I have with
Sure.
most of this is I don't agree with this violence is unacceptable thing because violence is not the first
Right.
answer, but it is the final answer.
Right. I understand what you're saying because I have talked about this before where it's hard because we don't want to condone violence. I don't want to advocate for it, but I understand that a lot of the change, and especially in this country that we have seen, has come from violence.
Mm-hmm. And so, again, I think that's the issue that I have is most of this rhetoric that we're hearing of, oh, violence is unacceptable. Well, no, it's not preferable, but unacceptable is a vastly different word. I mean, someone in the comments said something to the effect of, violence doesn't solve the issue. And
Right.
counterintuitively, that's not true. If
But
you
why do
go
we
It
have to jump
depends
to
on what we're
violence?
talking about. Depends
But
on what
why
we're
do we have
talking
to-
about. Because we know that like public executions didn't decrease crime. So that violence
Also-
didn't work.
where
Also, why do we instantly jump to violence instead of actually having the diplomatic actions? People say that we can be diplomatic about X, Y, and Z situations. We don't even attempt it most of the time when we're talking about situations that occur within our own country.
because it's a slippery slope situation. I
How
think
is it a
the,
slippery slope?
Well, what she just read, I didn't hear, I don't know who you said that the poem was by, but they came from so and so first,
Mhm.
and then the next person,
Mhm.
and then the next person. And then by the time that it was your turn, there was nothing left you could do.
Right.
So the argument for me is where is the line?
I don't
Because
know.
at some
The-
point, they're
that's
coming
a-
for you.
that's-
You might
But
not
that's
be first.
personal. That's subjective. My line was the fact that we voted in a man that was a convicted felon. My line is the fact that this man has put legislation and executive orders that actively go against the 1%. That was my line.
Okay, so are you willing to use violence as a means to fix that?
No,
Personally, no.
I don't use violence. My battlefield is using my voice, not weapons of mass destruction.
So when someone decides to come and take away your rights, who is there to defend you if you're not going to
Which
defend
rights?
yourself?
Which rights of mine have been taken away, or which rights of mine specifically haven't been taken away yet?
I mean, as far as I'm aware, you still have the right to practice the First Amendment.
No, I don't.
You can't say whatever you want.
According to
We
this
can,
administration,
but we now know that this administration will come after you for doing so.
this administration has actively stated that if you catch someone who is speaking poorly against Kirk, that you should report them. Actually, report them to their employers. Continue to get a group of people. There are people who are actively having unalivement threats day in, day out on a political spectrum. Can't say anything about Charlie Kirk. I can't talk about the fact of the rhetoric and the words that he spewed was harmful to minority communities and specifically women. This man has not gone out, not only our First Amendment right, he has gone against our 14th, our 4th, our 5th, the 22nd, on multiple fronts.
Well,
And you're not willing to do anything.
I'll ask you, what's your line?
My line?
Mm-hmm.
Again, until someone can show me that like my First Amendment rights have actually been violated, like here's the difference between what's going on here. Jimmy Kimmel still has the right to say whatever he wants to say. His consequences of that is that the administration and the people who are in charge of that kowtowing to him are the ones saying, no, you can't say that. It doesn't.
That violates the
actually-
First Amendment.
No, you're not free
It
from the
does.
consequences of what you
Ooh,
say.
From the government, yes, you are.
Right, but
And from
ABC
threats.
is not part of the government. ABC
They
could have fought
threatened-
back.
They threatened ABC, and in
Yes,
a
and ABC
previously
could have fought back.
previously ruled Supreme Court case with a 9-0 ruling showed that indirect and direct threats from government entities violates the First Amendment.
They did not threaten Jimmy Kimmel. They threatened ABC.
That's a violation of
ABC
free
can fight
speech.
back.
I'm not defending Jimmy Kimmel. I'm defending the freedom of speech.
I understand, and Jimmy Kimmel can still say whatever he wants to say. That doesn't mean he's free from the
Obviously
consequences
not,
of those
because
things that
ABC
he
pulled
wanted
his
to say.
show because of what FCC chair Carr said. Parkers, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that in terms of the First Amendment supposed to be protecting your free speech from the government, we've already been in violation even previous to Kimmel or Colbert or any other shenanigans, because we have incidents where travelers are turned away at the airport because they post anti-Trump rhetoric on their private social media. And that is enough for Homeland Security to have sent them back.
Are they citizens?
Does it matter?
I personally think that does. I don't think that as a person visiting the country, you should have the exact same rights as the citizens of that country.
Well, they don't have the exact same, but they have most of them.
I know, and that's why I'm
Yeah,
saying
they
if
must
there's a
be.
certain subject to that, I could see a valid reason for limiting potentially that. I
Well,
think
you
it's a
can take
little
that up
silly.
with the Constitution.
Do what?
You can take that up with the Constitution.
And the First Amendment doesn't say citizens, it says people, so that would probably go with persons, which SCOTUS has ruled applies to all.
Again,
It doesn't
but
really
there's
matter
still
what you feel
limitations
about it.
to it. I mean, you can be stopped for any reason within 100 miles of the border. Like search and seizures are
Not
not
what she's talking
guaranteed.
about.
French scientist who had his phone searched at our airport, and because they found anti-Trump rhetoric, they sent him back to France. They've also done it to UK band members, to Canadian travelers. I know you want to go with the brown people from the South, but this is actually anybody coming
Well,
in.
yeah, it's
who's
still
just-
within 100 miles of a border, technically, because international.
Okay, but why do they not have the right to say what they want to say?
Also, I feel like he's conflating expedited removal with something else.
Yes, that is what he's doing.
Very much so.
Because I've seen no law where outside of expedited removal, you're subject to search and seizure within 100 miles of the border. And he's gone.
My hair is so poofy. Why my forehead look like that?
What do you mean?
My forehead.
Looks like what?
It looks like a forehead.
Looks like a forehead?
Yeah.
Ah, goodness.
I wanted to ask him why he was so hell bent on getting you to say that you wanted to commit violence.
No, and I know everybody was in there. Oh, I think something's wrong with your connection.
I mean, and like, again, when we talk about violence and we talk about motion forward, diplomatic actions have never actively been used. We have had many people who have been human rights activists trying to use the diplomatic actions first. They always do. And then when they get ignored and then things keep building up, not necessarily does the human rights activist like vote for it. It comes to the people who are believing the message of the person. I want people to understand that. Unless I'm wrong, someone correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, I know, here's the thing. People are like, he wanted to get your life taken down or he wanted to bait you and trap you. It's a hard, as a leftist personally, it is a hard thing to negotiate because I know, and we know throughout history, things did not change unless we saw conflict.
Yeah.
They didn't. Does that mean I want to advocate for that? No, I want to try every fucking checklist down the board first. But we also can't be hypocritical, those of us on the left, and on one hand say, we can fix this without conflict and we'll be fine, and then go online and celebrate what's happening in Nepal.
Well, and that's the other thing too, right? People from other countries are like, hey, America, are you looking at what's happening in Nepal? We are, but we don't want it to get to that point. I think people, and correct me if I'm wrong, people fantasize about a revolution actively. People fantasize about the idea of walking up to an elected official and punching them in the nose because of X, Y, and Z. Human nature is violent.
Well, And studies into social change have proven a heat and light theory, and that is it's the balance between like passion and practical strategy
Mhm.
to achieve social progress or transformation. So heat is the intense emotional drive of commitment of like actions being taken, and light is clear communication, understanding, tangible plans. One alone doesn't press forward for positive change. You have to use both. Otherwise, you end up with apathy. Either way, so it's like that. It's unavoidable.
Right, which is why I was asking specifically, like it would depend for me, like who's organizing it, what is their aim, right? Because I'm not going to just sign blank check
I
conflict
got
in
to know
any
the terms
way.
and services.
Right.
Like, again, right? One of my biggest things that I've always been a huge thing for is why don't we hold our own accountable? When I say our own, I mean specifically European descendant cottage cheese saltines like myself, right?
Mhm.
Why don't we hold our own accountable? We don't. We actively haven't. We don't, we have relied on minority groups to have louder voices than us. And then we decide to go forward because we see the terms and services, because it looks like it benefits us. And
Right.
that's not how it should be.
And I
Get
actually
off
want to
of
bring
that.
up a point that I just thought about, that while I will say that throughout history, change and progression, even in the positive, has come from violence, where does it start? I thought about it because I saw Crow, and Crow is Mr. Labor Unions. And so I thought about labor revolutions. Who is the one who usually starts that violence? It's the government, it's the state. So most of the time, people come out and do what we're doing and speak out, hold protests, hold rallies, hold strikes. Here's the labor burb. Come in
The
and
burb is here.
the burb is here, and try to express what they want, and the state goes after them first and starts the violence first. Hi, burb.
This is actually something I regularly bring up in the 2A debate when people are like, I need it for the government. I'm like, you understand the government has historically shown us they have no problems erasing us, right?
Right.
We've got Tulsa, we've got Move, we've got Blair Mountain, we have Haymarket, we have Waco. Every time the people have tried to rise up, the government just erases those people.
Yep.
Yep.
I was like, to be clear, because the way the civil rights movement is painted in school when it's still be allowed to be taught is that it was so peaceful, it was so calm, it was just marching. I was like, no, it was marching with dogs turned on them. It was marching with hoses turned on them, with cops trying to beat them with batons, slinging slurs, spitting on them, burning cigarettes on them. Like, and they went through training. The protesters trained beforehand to not react to smoke blown in their face, to not react to cigarettes put out on their skin, to not react when they were spit on. Sherman, I know. I was like, it was violent, but any violence from the progressive protesters was reactive. It was defensive, and it was strategic. But it wasn't absent. It could not have been absent. It never can be.
Donovan, I think
Sorry.
you could be correct, Donovan, that it was probably an accelerationist, or as Crow had pointed out in the comments, that the people who advocate for the violence are
That's what I was
rarely
just
the
about
ones.
to touch on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like I regularly see this, and I see this both like in terms of like actual violent revolution and even just the local level actions. When you all know that I do a lot of like local level work and local level activism. I very often see the people demanding the more inflammatory actions are not the same people that will do the inflammatory action. Like too often people will scream for the revolution, they will scream for that inflammatory action, and then when you're like, well, are you willing to do it, they're like, well, I'm not really built for it, I got a thing, and like they just want to hide behind the bodies of others for their revolution.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to make a clarification or correction on my part, that he wasn't just conflating the expedited removal, but there is a border search exception within 100 miles of the border where the the federal government has the authority to pretty much waive the Fourth Amendment.
Right.
So it is legal for them to search without probable cause or reasonable suspicion.
How has that not been challenged constitutionally?
Sure, it
Because probably
has.
maybe people don't care about it. I don't know.
Probably because the people coming in don't realize that that's a thing that should be challenged, and nobody
True.
here is going to do it.
I'd be shocked at how many things are technically not constitutional that the people just don't question. And I'm saying this because, like, you all fucking know I love me some Constitution. Did you know that there was never actually a Second Amendment ruling that said people could have firearms until 2008?
Yep.
It was just a thing that we all just kind of like went with up until 2008.
Accepted.
Yeah.
No, I found out about the Heller ruling, and I was like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
It's
even
not like
that-
we all travel in the same circle on a day in, day out basis.
No, we don't know each other.
It's not like
Who the fuck are
we
you?
haven't heard. It's not like we haven't heard Brett say several hundred times that Scalia went against 200 years of precedents.
All right. In my defense, I did not hear Brett's conversation about it originally. I just heard him mention the ruling, and you all know me when I don't know some shit. I have a compulsion to know some shit. So I spent like 3 days in this crazy deep dive looking at the history of constitutional law regarding the 2A, and I'm like, wait, so there was never anything before this moment that said, yeah, this is how we do things here? Everybody as a society just kind of went with it, and nobody once up until this point said, hey, is this legit or not?
Also, real quick, even though TikTok may not like these conversations, we have 134 people in here. Monica has a goal. Can we at least get it knocked down a little bit? If someone pays the full goal, right, I'll drop.
Come back 30 seconds later, but she'll drop.
Tell them that part.
Read the fine print. We said how we got to read the fine
Exactly.
print. Very, very much important.
Love you,
If
Tiki.
maybe- I'll give a tutorial on the stuff on my face too, if you want. If you want to know how to look like you woke back up in 2016, I got you.
And Chicky, I am not judging you. I am just celebrating your Funko Round money that you have to Uber a
Can't
single.
relate.
Coke.
Wish I could.
No, you know how I know that my brain. I had Monty drop all at once. You did, Chris. That's true.
That is true.
My brain is so politically broken. The things that I bookmark to read now, because who was arguing it? I can't remember who was arguing it now. I was listening to it. Was it Nemo or Matt or somebody like that? But they were arguing about the Second Amendment. And what's funny is
men. Sorry.
Oh no, I think it was you. Actually. It was you. It was you yesterday.
I said
brain.
you men, and that's where
Yeah.
it flipped.
I was like, right? It was a woman. Let me retract that.
Excuse me.
Love you. He was arguing more so about because he kept saying shall not be infringed, people shall not be infringed, and you just kept like trying to repeat the well-regulated militia part. And so necessary to a free state. I decided to look into necessary to a free state. Like, what did the framers mean by free state and what that entailed? And granted, it's going to be interpretation. It's going to be people within law. So there was this person named Eugene Volokh. Excuse me if I pronounced your name wrong.
Bless you.
Bless you. And wrote this very long, I think it's like 39-ish pages, something like that.
Give you a much shorter read than that, where you don't even need to interpret it because they actually clearly state it. You would
I
need
love
to look at Federalist Paper number 27 and 49. One was by Hamilton, the other was by Madison. They actually go into they actually fully flesh out what the militia is, its entire purpose, who's in control of it, the entire fucking deal. This is why when people are like, I'm a constitutionalist, I'm like, have you read the fucking Federalist Papers? They're like, no. I'm like, well, you probably should if you want to call yourself a constitutionalist.
Did you say 27 and 49?
Yep, 2749. I actually have a copy of the Federalist Papers next to me.
So that I can bookmark it so I can read that later. But yeah, it was
27, and I can't hear anything anybody's saying because I'm flipping through the Federalist Papers real fast because it's not 27, sorry. It is 29. 29 and...
Over a woman all
it's 20. It was 29 and 47. There we go.
Oh, I
27 and
had
47.
the last
29
one.
and 47. There
Got
we
it.
go. Because
But I can bookmark
29 is concerning the militia, And then 47 is the particular structure of the new government and the distribution of power amongst its different parts. Both of these go into the militia, what it is, who's in charge, all that shit.
Thank you. See? Broken people. Just broken. And I will read that later, but that's what I like to have. Right. And so 853-689-327. I agree with you. And that's most of the time the topic that I try to do is why are you still supporting Trump with a background about Jeffy? And I agree. I think they want to push forth as much slop bullshit authoritarian as possible so that they can detract from what they're doing. And they're just consolidating power. And they are just getting away with crimes. Kash Patel's congressional hearing yesterday, not good. Not good for him.
I was thinking maybe we'll just do what we did that one time with the Senate hearing and we'll just watch clips and make fun of them. Because, you know, it's funny to make fun of people who don't know what they're talking about with the occupation they have.
So there was.
That's why I always go, I don't need to interpret shit. I can just go and see what they said.
Yeah, no, I love that. So Brendan Carr was asked, okay, your post from 2019 says, should the government censor speech it doesn't like? Of course not. The FCC does not have a roving mandate to police speech in the name of the public interest. How do you square what you're saying with those old posts? His answer is, broadcast is different.
Broadcast is different?
He's just excusing it.
Well, yeah, that's what they do, don't they? I mean, again, right? What are you digging? I don't like it when they put terms and conditions when it comes to the Constitution, because when we talk about terms and conditions, they get pissed off.
Yep.
Oh, so it's official now. Erica Kirk is now the new CEO of Turning Point.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So they just passed it over to her.
I mean, look, Turning Point wasn't going to go away after this. Turning Point was going to just get more emboldened. And to be 100% clear, I think it's better that it's her over another far right man, because who knows how many people are going to listen to Erica Kirk, right?
Yep.
I have to make the argument that this might be one of the few times where misogyny works in our favor.
Maybe. Trisha,
how
I
dare
saw
you
come in.
assume?
I've missed
How
you,
dare you
Trisha.
assume, bird? Why would I endorse misogyny?
But this is why I wasn't feeling sorry for her.
Mm-mm.
Like
She's just gonna
this
get
whole
money.
thing, like she was
You were
complicit
selling
in this the entire
t-shirts.
time.
Actively. And you know, the other thing too, hi Trisha. The other thing too that this showed me over the weekend is how many influencers just randomly decided to speak out against it and then make merch, and all the money I make from this merch is going to Turning Point USA. Like, I can't tell you how many people who I have been following for years on this platform, and they started making posts is crazy. Needless to say, I also reconfirmed why people shouldn't like Jeffree Star.
Well, I've called it like the second cleansing almost, because like the first time was either some people were brave enough to do it before the election, but really like after the election, I feel like a lot of people cleaned out. I will say, I've said this before, I cut off a lot of family during COVID because I had kids who could not, at the time there was no vaccine for my kids, and my kids have asthma, and my kids have, one of my child has a nut allergy. So it wasn't something I was going to put them in harm's way for family events and holidays and things like that. And they were refusing to get vaccinated. So I said, you're not coming in my house. And now we just haven't had a Christmas with them since 2018, probably 2019.
And this is where the right will say, well, why should your political beliefs come again? It's not political at this point. Like, no. I had a full-on, God, it was probably like a 45-minute conversation over the phone with my mom. And we've proceeded to continue to message back and forth because I saw she posted Charlie Kirk quotes on her Book of Faith. Mm-hmm. And I said, I can't have that. So I called her and I said, hey, I understand that, you know, violence is brutal, violence is dangerous. And I said, I hope you didn't see the video whatsoever because I don't want you to see it like that. And she's like, no, I didn't see it. And she's like, you saw it? I said, I did see it, Mom. I actively saw it. No one should see that. But no one should be praising a man who says that, you know,
someone who looks like Manny should be lesser than someone who looks like me. Someone who tells me as a woman with a career in mind that fuck your career, go find a man to get married to. I said everything that Kirk stood for, it was a ideology that I was in for about 4 years. Instead of focusing on my career, I got married at 18. Instead of focusing on my career, I was trying to get pregnant. Where did that lead me? That led me to 4 years of being in an abusive, violent, manipulative marriage for 4 years of my life at the age of 18 to 22. And I think people need to understand more that this isn't political anymore. This is life and unalivement.
There is this person. Let's see if they connect.
Oh, this one. This guy just gets dog walked everywhere. I don't know if you want to keep him up here.
Red Hat, how are you today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I am doing well. So authoritarians are cheering and freedom is weeping. How do you feel about that?
I feel like freedom is weeping when Olive says that she saw her mom post something about Charlie Kirk and she said, I quote, can't have that. That sounds like freedom weeping and authoritarians cheering. Do you agree with me?
No, because
No,
Olive's
I'm
not the government.
She's
I'm
suppressing her
not the
mother's free
government, and
speech. Why is that?
I'm not suppressing
That's not what the
anyone's
First
freedom of
Amendment is.
speech.
What's the First Amendment?
Okay, so then we have no problem with what happened to Jimmy Kimmel, right? Because he's subject to the
Red
jurisdiction of his
Hat,
private
Red Hat.
business.
Wait a minute. Wait, Red Hat. What authority does Olive have over her mother?
She doesn't, but she said I can't have
Exactly.
that.
So she couldn't. She can't suppress anything if she doesn't have authority.
Okay, does ABC have authority over Jimmy Kimmel's job? Yes or no?
They were directly threatened
Yeah,
by the FCC chair.
literally yes. Literally yes. The ABC.
But what was the
has
threat?
authority
What
over
was the
his
threat?
job. What?
What was the
They-
threat?
They threatened them with fines and removing their license.
Okay, so if you think that
So
that's
that's
wrong,
the
go for it. Stand
government
against it,
coming
file a
after a
lawsuit.
private entity for speech.
Do you, wait? You
I
asked
think
me.
that,
Hold on. You asked.
Hold on,
you-
Blue's
I-
going to
I wanna
clarify
ba-
something real
I
quick.
want to back up. You asked me if ABC has authority over Jimmy Kimmel's job. ABC, the network that
Right.
airs his show. You don't think
Yeah,
that they have
I don't
authority
think you're
over his
understanding
job?
what I tried to say there, Blue. I don't think you're understanding what I was trying to say. He's subject to whatever the private business he works for wants him to do, right? So free
Yes.
speech doesn't matter when you're in a private business. If
Except
you're
that we
if you're
know-
claiming that
he is
the US
pressuring that
government-
business.
Okay.
Except we
Let me
know that
handle
people
this.
with
is
no, because we
threatening
know that
them.
people within that business have come out and said that they don't think that anything Jimmy Kimmel said crossed a line, but they didn't want to have to deal with what was coming from the Trump administration. So that threat
They don't
directly
stand behind their
affected what they
employees.
did.
Got it.
What?
They don't stand behind their employees then. Got it.
They are
Makes
being
sense.
threatened. Why are you not mad at the administration for threatening them in the first
No,
place?
Are you
Monica,
familiar with Costco and their
No,
DI?
no, Red Hat. No, Monica. There's no point with this man. There's no
I
point
know.
with this man. This
This is
man
gonna be made an example
Idiot.
of.
is a perfect example of why grown ass men should go to therapy and why grown ass men should not have an infatuation with the political
you a
figure that makes
psychologist?
them think. I am a psychologist.
So I didn't consent to care, first of all. You should know how HIPAA works, right?
Then leave.
Then go.
Okay, you can deport me if you want. I'm a Latino. Actually, you know what? I'll
You
self-deport.
can
How
run.
about
It's
this?
fine. Okay. Bye.
See, again, right? I didn't mean to rain on anyone's parade. I'm sorry. Hashtag blame Olive in the
No, you're
comments if
good.
you want. But again, there's people like that who are too far gone. Sorry, Parkers, I'll shut up.
No, you're good. I was just going to point out it's not HIPAA with therapists, psychologists, or psychiatrists unless medication is involved. It's the ACA, like National Board of Ethics for psychology. So that dude was weird. And also, he was like, well, if you have an issue with that, then, sue the network and conflate it to whatever. And I was like, welcome to this live where we're bringing it to everybody's attention.
Right.
This is, yeah.
That's the point. Thanks for running into the point.
Do you want to
again-
explain why we should eat mediocre men on the internet?
Oh my gosh. But again, people coming in and basically saying, tread on me harder, daddy.
Pretty
because
much.
you guys are perfectly fine, not because you don't want to criticize him because your entire personality has become him.
Parasocial relationships. It's the ultimate downfall of any human being, right? We could sit here for hours and talk about what happened to Selena. That was a parasocial relationship.
No, it wasn't. I had to correct you on that yesterday. I love you. They were a former employee, so they knew each other.
Oh, I didn't know they were a former employee.
Yeah, that wasn't a stalker. Like a, so like the guy who tried to assassinate Reagan, that
Mhm.
was a parasocial relationship because he shot Reagan to try to get Jodie Foster's attention.
Olive says Selena. Who is she talking about?
The singer, the Mexican.
The Latina singer.
The real one, right?
Yes, not Selena Gomez.
Okay, for a second I was like, wait, is she talking about Gomez? Because I was about to lose my damn mind. on
No.
young self.
Yeah, that's Selena.
Bum.
I'm cultured in some cases, Parkers. But I mean,
It says
Now I have to play all the
0.067%.
songs.
hell fucking yeah, it's at 0.067%.
Oh wait, I actually got on. How's it going?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I mean, I see the authoritarians cheer and freedom weeps, but how come liberals be digging in their butt?
So you're not a real person.
Oh, I'm very real. How come liberals?
No, you're
You
not.
should wash your ass with a washcloth.
Water running down it doesn't count.
Fun fact: soap. God
Stick
used
your hand.
soap.
The hand must go betwixt the cheeks.
Betwixt the cheek.
Betwixt.
I want that needle, like on needlepoint. On
Yeah, that does need to be on needlepoint now.
Make that
fucking
into a
okay.
poster.
I want it.
You know, if I ever... Sorry, Parkers.
You're fine.
I think if I ever made merch, I would want Parkers to help me do some embroidery. Can you stop?
I always have to credit Parker's for my little pretzel man. I love my little pretzel man so much.
He's so cute.
Little pretzel man.
She was
Gotta learn to
she was
flex
sick
those
of my bullshit ass Instagram made backgrounds and said, "Hey, I did a
It
thing."
made me sad, and I was like, "She's more professional than this. She deserves nicer things."
Hey, sometimes you
I
gotta
still
do that.
use Instagram backgrounds, by the way. I just make it myself now.
Canva. Why don't you use Canva?
I don't like Canva's settings. It bugs me. And I can get the fit better when I just go into, I literally like create a story for Instagram stories, and then I just paste everything on there, and then I just save it, and I just get it so I can mess with the size and stuff. I don't know. I just like it.
Parkers,
This
you've got
hurts me.
Logic yelling at you in the
The
comments.
conversation
You see that?
hurts me deeply.
So sorry.
Logic's yelling at you in the comments.
I saw.
I do not acknowledge.
I use Canva as one of my tools. Like
I like
use
Canva.
I use GIMP. I use Canva. I use like 3 other fucking things. Like my
use
finishing
Canva.
process is
I use
Canva
Canva.
actually.
I do
I've
use
used-
it. So like when I upload my videos to YouTube and like the little like picture, I made that with Canva,
Mhm.
but I just don't like it for my TikTok background.
I mean, I mean, again, it's fine. Is he sleeping, Blue?
Yep. There's a sleepy kitty camouflaged under my bed.
Aw.
I use
Mine's trying to
Some
knock
people
over
talking
his.
shit on Canva that I need to point out something. There's a lot of people in chat talking shit on Canva, but you're all like, "Oh, I love your work, Crow. I love your work." All my work gets finished in Canva. So you either love my work or hate Canva. Pick one.
Yeah, it's like I
Yes.
use Canva.
I like Canva.
Oh, is it not? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think they wanted to add something in regards
Hi.
to car and hi.
Hi. I just wanted to explain. I think it's really important that people understand the whole Kimmel situation.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna, as quickly as possible, break it
I
down.
appreciate you.
So there's a company Nexstar. They own a lot of the TV broadcasting. There's a company Tegna. There's a cap in the FCC rules that only 39% of the TV stations broadcast can be owned by one company. Nexstar hosts a lot of the ABC channels. Nexstar wants to purchase Tegna. They need the FCC approval to get that done, to break that cap. So basically the FCC said, the commissioner threatened and basically implied that, hey, if you remove Kimmel, we will remove that 39% cap. You can spend the $6 billion to purchase Tegna, and then ABC and Disney are attached to that, and you can get that purchased through the FCC. So they were like, okay, we can make a $6 billion deal. We can make a ton of money. All we got to do is fire Kimmel because Trump didn't like what he said.
Right.
And I think it's really important that people look that up and really understand. That's exactly what happened. And it's government interference and free speech for billionaires.
Nope, I agree with you. And thank you for coming up and explaining that. I have seen about it. People are posting it in my Discord, but I haven't quite read about it yet, but it sounds very similar in way when we were talking about like going after Paramount, the Paramount merger, and things like that in similar aspect.
Yeah. Yep. That's all. You can put me down. That's all I
Thank you so
want to
much. I
say.
appreciate you.
We wouldn't cut you off. We would just drop you. You're fine.
Yeah, I want to be clear that the finger I just flipped was at Logic specifically.
Oh, I was like, I saw you like I didn't see the finger, but I saw you giggling. I'm like, what did you do to that I missed?
Being rude.
Okay.
Being rude.
Jackass.
That's what men do.
Who's next, Jimmy Fallon? According to Trump, yes, he's going after Fallon and Stewart. I think he said. I can't remember exactly who he said.
Megan.
What's happening? What am I? Megan.
Ma'am.
Megan.
Megan. Them's Megan.
Don't you can't just now talk about Seth Meyers like you didn't just say what you said.
They really tried.
I said what I said.
Not Megan trying to pivot. I said what I said. Logic. You guys. This is why we can't. This is why we lost.
I was like back very much on topic before Red Hat even came up, and Olive was talking about like her reaction with her mom's post, because I listen while I multitask, kind of. Right before I decided to people, I saw like a little pop up about like somebody calling Charlie Kirk that he would have been Jesus's 13th disciple, and I was like,
Bruh.
no, he wouldn't have.
Absolutely not.
I was like, the disciples definitely, like, obviously follow Jesus' teachings, who was very much, like, pro all of the things that Charlie hated, vehemently, viscerally hated. And Jesus, like, Charlie wasn't on board with making women happy, and Jesus washed Mary Magdalene's feet, which if y'all do not know Bible talk, that means that he and her did the do, he did it like a good boy.
I agree on that.
Imagine
Phone,
Mary
and I
calling.
really like the camera.
Yay, a new phone.
I don't know if you guys can tell how good my camera quality is now.
Is it still an
does look better. It's
Android?
not as fuzzy.
It's a lot better. Damn it.
Is it still an Android?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I'll stay quiet.
I don't like iPhone.
Okay, I'm gonna be clear. There's always this big discussion. I do not take a side. I know that people really, really enjoy Android, and I know people enjoy iPhone. I have an iPhone, and the only reason I keep getting iPhone is because I have everything in my life is like wrapped
That's
around
pretty
fucking
much it.
Apple now. Like,
I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
not changing. I can't do it.
I have had.
No, I get you.
I've
I
always
get
had
you.
iPhone and Apple products, and everything from like high school is still accessible through my phone. It's just I also would look into Android, but if Android had a FaceTime function, because that's how I communicate with friends and family.
Mine is just like it's
True,
Apple
that's the
Music,
one
it's
thing I scream
iCloud,
about
it's like
is
all
just,
of
like-
those things.
See,
I
I
was
don't
like,
even
just,
use Apple.
just like give us something equivalent. I just use Facebook Messenger. I just use Facebook Messenger and or Discord.
I can't do that. I don't need to teach my family members how to use fucking Discord. No, thank you. I already
Watch
taught
them
my
all
mom
turn
how to
into
play
Discord
sports.
mods.
Amy, I'm top.
There is
I
a
don't know what the fuck
FaceTime
I did,
for-
y'all, because like in the last 5 minutes, you guys have just been swinging at me fucking repeatedly, and I'm just fucking sitting here playing Satisfactory and also doing my day job. What the actual fuck? First you swing at Canva, and then you swing at Jesus, and you swing at fucking androids. Like the fuck? What the actual fuck? Why do you all suddenly hate me? Do y'all need to just tell me how you really fucking feel?
I was acknowledging and giving a verbal high five to Jesus getting laid. I'm very sex positive.
I'm also dating Jesus, Crow.
There.
I
Very
sleep with
true.
Jesus.
Did Jesus swing? Never mind.
He might have.
I mean,
So Veranda just
I
a
wouldn't
very
be surprised if
confusing
it was.
thing. Our bedroom and my office is connected by a door, but she went out the bedroom door to come in the other office door, and I'm confused as to why she didn't just go through the door that connects the two.
Juggling
Listen.
12 disciples, juggling. She wanted to take the scenic route.
yeah, the amount of times that I like go around ways, I'm like, why'd I do that? Okay.
Scenic route.
She wanted to take the scenic route.
I do want to point out that there is FaceTime for Android and Windows.
Is it the same? Does it look the same?
Like it's Apple's FaceTime. It's actual FaceTime.
I saw that comment. Not in public sectors.
It might not have
No one's
all of the features of
different
FaceTime
things.
that you would have on an Apple device, but it's still FaceTime.
And before I let Chris, my friend, speak, I did want to. This has nothing to do with anything except for the Jeff E files, which we always have to constantly update about, which is that Republicans blocked a motion to subpoena any suspicious activity from E and Ghislaine Maxwell's banks. The Republicans blocked that. Why are they doing that, I wonder?
My mouth stayed in place.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi. How are you doing?
We're okay.
I'm breathing.
Yeah.
Existing.
Barely. Drinking water.
Good. So, Monica, you know what I put in the Discord, so I'm forcing myself to like people.
Don't force yourself to people if you don't want to.
Right.
But
I do that shit yesterday.
I wanted to just take a kind of like a temperature check on how everyone's doing. So, Monica, how are you?
I'm okay. I kind of feel like out of my body today, like surreal. Like that this I can't believe this is all actually happening.
Olive? Parker?
I actually had a rough bout with my depression yesterday, and kind of I'm bouncing back today.
Yay!
Crow.
Bounce like a trampoline. Sorry.
I was terrible this morning because my boss keeps forgetting how my brain is, but I'm better now. My boss did this thing this morning where rather than just calling me and saying, hey, are you on top of your shit? She sent me 9 fucking rapid fire emails going, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, I need you to do this. And it's all shit that I already knew I was working on. But the sheer volume of them turned my fucking anxiety to 11. Like, I was having fucking meltdowns on panels earlier just because I'm like, everything's terrible, and I don't know why. And I realized that it was because she hit me with 9 rapid-fire emails. Because the minute I had a conversation with her, because I had to call her about something else, the minute I was like, she's like, hey, by the way, those emails, I'm like, I was on top of all that before you emailed me. She's like, oh, okay, good then. The minute that conversation happened, the entire anxiety knot in my fucking body left.
I've just
Adriana? She's all running back to her phone. Wait, I was going to do my temperature check. Hold on. Chris is asking you how you're doing. We're doing a temperature check.
Oh, I'm doing good. Sorry, I had myself muted. I was getting ice for my iced coffee later.
I need to do that
Because caffeine.
after I get off of here. I just wanted
I'm doing
to...
good, Chris. How are you?
That's a very, 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 very loaded question. But
I get you.
I'm here. We'll say that. I'm here.
Phil.
But I just want to let you guys know that I love you.
That's
You guys are valued. And if you guys need anything, you guys, well, the vast majority of you will have my phone number. But you can always, reach out to me on Discord.
I appreciate
you.
Of course.
I'm gonna go be a hermit, so I will see you guys later.
Unfortunately, I have to go do the capitalisms.
Okay, bye,
guys.
my friend.
Bye.
I've just been applying to like remote jobs and different types of jobs because
Stop growling at him. Cut it out. Oh my god.
You liked it though.
It turns into Wild Kingdom in this house. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
Hey, Megan.
Oh, good. We're gonna encourage it.
Yeah, because I just wanted to be on the bottom.
in the bottom corner though. Who puts baby in a corner?
Maybe she or maybe they, excuse me, I apologize, Megan. Maybe they like a cuck chair.
Exactly.
That's okay.
And I'm also mad at Satisfactory right now because there's a bean stuck in my base, and nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to make this bean leave. I've even tried poking at it, and it's just like, no, I live here now. And I'm like, you're in the middle of everything, and I can't build there because you're just there and you won't fucking leave. I'm mad at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up Audie.
Jeffrey, and I hate you, Jeffrey.
I feel like most of this panel has no idea what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Bubbles.
You would know.
that
was really just a whole side conversation just for you specifically.
Side comment.
He makes me laugh, so I just want to see what he has
Why
to say
is
today.
John here?
I just want to see what he has to say today. Hi, John.
You know why we have DWI?
Why?
It can be avoided. It's a very simple problem to fix.
How do you fix it?
It's a very simple problem to fix, and they
Okay, how
won't
do you
fix
fix
it. You know why they won't fix it? Because they just don't choose not to fix it.
Uh-huh.
If you put interlock devices in every car, DWI would automatically end immediately.
How do
And
you
the
feel about
and
how do you
the
feel about the
technology
freedom
is
of
there.
speech, John?
How do you feel about freedom in general, John?
The technology's there to fix the problem.
Oh. So you think everybody should have to do a breathalyzer before they drive a car? Every single person?
It's an interlock device. It won't start the car if you're above the legal limit, which is 0.6 or 0.6.
I'm actually,
or 7.
to be honest, I'm really not against that. But you would have to find a way for government to grant subsidies for car manufacturers to put those in every single car.
They put seatbelts in cars. They didn't have seatbelts in cars at one
I
time.
agree.
You know that, right? No
Yeah.
seatbelts in cars.
Yeah.
No airbags either.
You should probably run on that for office, John.
Please don't encourage.
And John, did people like totally get behind seatbelts and were totally cool with that? And
They didn't have seatbelts in cars 60 years ago.
and when
the only
they
reason they have them
introduced
because lawyers fought.
John, my question had you're not answering my
I'm
question.
about to drop you.
Did people get behind seatbelts back in the 60s when they instituted them?
They're mandatory in every state to have
That's
seatbelts in
No,
cars.
but what was the
question I
opinion of the
asked,
people when they
John.
were initially put forward?
New York State, we're the first state to have them. Mandatory.
So you just like hearing yourself talk?
He doesn't ever
Yeah,
answer.
he does
He's like
it
literally
all
like,
the time.
I don't know.
Have
who
you
he's
not
talking
seen him
to.
before?
No,
Megan?
but I love people who just like to hear themselves talk. You're
Don't
gonna hate me for
encourage
it.
this.
He entertains me.
He entertains
I said
me.
seatbelts are mandatory.
You said
Right.
yeah.
And seatbelts were mandatory
Congratulations.
because lawyers fought for them.
Congratulations, John.
Right. What was the social? We still have
Because lawyers
people who
fought for
fight
him, that's
against
why.
seatbelts.
You're right, John. Lawyers fought.
Yeah, they fought for these things. That's exactly
They
what
fought
they did.
real hard.
Yeah, they did. Exactly. That's why you
I
have them.
thought you guys loved me.
Well, thank you, John. I do appreciate your take for the day.
Hold on.
If this becomes a segment, I can't.
Please,
I want this to be a segment where I just agree with whatever John says.
YouTube playlist. Gotta.
You guys fucking hate me.
I wanted to ask him what a question was.
You did see how like off the wall he was yesterday because like he said like two different things. I can't even remember what he said, but the two first things he said, and we were like, "Yeah, no, I agree with you, John. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree." And he was like, "And then Trump unalived his wife," and I was like, "Oh no, well, there's the lie."
Now I'm just curious. Hold on, there's this guy with 84,000 followers, and he says we're a commie reunion.
Oh, is it James Peach or something?
Trying to invite him up. Yeah, I was trying to invite him up because I want to have a conversation. I would
That's the
love to
guy
have a
who's been
conversation.
obsessed with me since I've been on Doug's panels. He calls me
who
a
wouldn't
communist.
be obsessed with you?
We're a reunion. That means that we reunited after separating. When did we
We
separate?
are family.
At what point did we separate?
I was having this whole conversation with my buddy earlier, the one who my buddy who runs my basement, and he's like a big history nerd. And I'm like, look, all right, Chris, I need you to do me a favor. Based on everything you've known about me for 18 fucking years, where would you place me? He's like, you're probably one of the most direct constitutionalists I've ever met in my fucking life. He's like, because you don't just know the Constitution, you know every document supporting and surrounding the Constitution. He's like, I know you like to play anarchy, but fuck, man, you're a constitutionalist. I'm like, shit, I might be.
Is this just a Crow glazing himself moment?
Yes.
Oh.
I guess he deserves it after we attacked Canva and attacked
Allegedly.
Jesus and attacked Android.
attack?
We didn't attack anybody.
Oh.
I'm an innocent bystander.
Where'd Megan go?
Listen, TikTok is telling me to comment again.
Did you tell it
on
no?
the panel. I'm commenting right now, just in a different way.
On the panel.
Did you tell him no?
It doesn't let me reply to it. It's so rude.
How dare?
Attacking Jesus?
Nobody was attacking. If anything, we're complimenting Jesus and his skills.
I think Jesus
does have good skills. I'm not gonna lie.
I think
They
my
weren't
favorite like Ari call last night.
My
I listen to Ari while I'm gaming at night. and listen to hear deal with the YouTube mess is there was a dude that said I'm rage baiting. Like he said he was rage baiting, but he was the one yelling. Like he's like, I'm just rage baiting. I'm like, I don't think you know how rage baiting works, bro. Because Ari's like
Baited
flat right
himself.
now, and you're
Yeah,
yelling.
he was like, I'm just trying to rage bait you, and Ari's just talking calmly as fuck. Like, that's working really well, isn't it?
Specifically yesterday, where like Audie has moments where yes, she will overtalk the people trying to overtalk her, and that's really the only time she raises her voice in any capacity. At this point, she just turns up her mic, but it's like otherwise she's very like calm and monotone, while the callers are flipping out, and then the chat is going, "Why is she so emotional?" I was like, "What emotion are you seeing or hearing? Are the ones in your voices?" Like
I do love when
literally-
Audie goes into her like, you need to go into voice acting, I think.
So stoicism, which is literally showing a lack of emotion, is now an emotion. Just so you know.
How dare you? You make them very mad when you do that.
It is really funny because I'll be listening, obviously, while I'm modding, but I also have Logic on the phone. So, and I'll forget that he's listening too until she, like, tries to troll a troll by doing that, thing. And then he's like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, oh, sorry, babe.
Audie would just like
I can't
lift
help
her.
it anymore.
Audie
John
would
is
just like
sending
lift the
chicky
register.
roses, and I don't understand.
What's
She'll
up?
she'll
John
just
is
lift
sending
the-
chicky roses.
John, no.
Like that's gonna stop him.
No, John.
Favorite moment last night on her show was somebody called up the phone number just to hand the phone to some other dude.
And he was like, here. I'm like, why? Or the one that called and was like, and then hung up immediately.
How do I
What is
return
this,
roses?
So I just
do know.
I just applied to work for Ballotpedia.
Oh,
okay.
W.
Oh.
Election staff writer.
I meant to bring this up, and I totally forgot. So my husband.
Are we gonna talk about bread clips again?
No. But so Trump is in the UK. So yesterday he did like the state dinner thing, right? But they hold a whole like thing, and because I mentioned yesterday how he walked in front of the king, but there was a band playing, right? It's the Welsh Guard. It's part of many guards. They have like the Scots Guard, they have the Welsh Guard, and it's like a subsidiary, and they're a band. Usually, they all wear that same outfit that we know and love, the little like pipe cleaner outfit where it's got the little black fuzzy hat and their red suit, right? Yesterday, okay, they wore very much red coat. Oh, come on. My thing's not going to load up, but I have pictures of it. I'll post in the Discord. They wore like the outfits that they wore during the Revolutionary War, which they never wear. Like, I've never seen them wear that. My husband's never seen them wear that. And so I think they were trolling him because on top of that, they played Yankee Doodle Dandy, which I don't know if anybody knows, was a song to make fun of us during the Revolutionary
No, did you
War.
listen to Pod's breaking news this morning or
No,
from
I
yesterday,
didn't.
last night?
Did they talk about it?
According to a British media channel that's trying to be like Fox, they said that those were American soldiers that were marching dressed like that.
What?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, this British channel said that it was American soldiers.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just telling you.
It makes no sense.
It's so funny. I'm gonna have to let me get them from here and I'll post them in the Discord because I cannot even. My husband like did all this. That's his version of research. Finding all this shit. He found a Lego version of the red coats too.
Legos, whoop whoop.
I want to point out that the best old-timey military song will always be Union Dixie. Specifically, there's a newer version. It's called the Welshie Mix. The Welshie Mix of Union Dixie is one of my favorite fucking things ever.
My favorite thing to explain to Manny was the differences between cadences that is usually done in different branches and then sea shanties. Because he decided to ask my stepdad, "Do you guys just randomly sing the YMC the
In the Navy.
in the Navy song from the Village People?"
Navy. Oh.
They don't. They probably do sing that song. I hear them more sing like a
1,000 Miles and Doja Cat and Cupcake, but depends what section of the Navy you're in.
I don't know if you realize this, but you're also using. So are you working, or do you positive way while you're actively using the app?
I'm like, who? I thought you were asking me. I'm like, what?
Must I answer questions?
Do you contribute to society?
Chicky can confirm this. There's a whole stack of cadences that I cannot repeat on this app. Like, there are so many cadences that I can never, ever, 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 ever repeat on this fucking app.
And those are usually the best ones.
That's crazy to say, Chicky.
I'll never be able to tell you all the cadence that is Yellowbird.
Hi, work wife husband. I just saw work wife husband pop in.
I was telling them about
exactly the one I was thinking.
The British are coming.
Hey, yo, what?
The British are coming. The British are coming.
The Yellowbird.
Meow.
He's so pretty.
Was that a Parker's kitty?
Yeah.
Nope, that was Nitro.
It wasn't my kitty.
It's a voice. Chicky, ma'am.
You're like 5 seconds. It's because we were already talking about it.
To explain for the civilians, there's 3 types of cadences. Mild ones, which are just normal, basic fucking ones that are just like variants of saying left, right, and left over and over, just in a fancy fucking fashion. There are very violent ones, like King of the Battle. And then there are obscene ones that cannot be repeated around civilians, like Yellowbird.
You just sleep. Let's just be sleep.
There's an orange one.
His little leggies. You don't fit on this shelf.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I swear, cats just turn off gravity on them.
They don't.
And suddenly it kicks back in and they like flop.
Oh yeah, he falls off of that windowsill so much.
Izzy and Sapper Daddy.
Sap.
What am I listening to?
That's them playing Yankee Doodle Dandy in front of Trump. I can't get the video to upload. I'll have to try it on my phone.
To Keep Her Alive is the one Chicky was about to mention.
Nitro.
My drill sergeant's favorite one is the Yellowbird, and he's like, I am so upset that now I have to start censoring this one.
It's Yankee Doodle, not
like,
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
We were like, don't censor it.
I didn't know this.
Beep.
What?
You told me not to censor you, so I just gave you a beep. A censored beep.
Beep, beep, boop.
I was gonna type this out, but there's not enough characters.
Is there husband? Is that husband?
Yeah, there you are. Hi, babe.
Hi, work wife husband.
I might be able to share it on here.
Work wife husband.
I mean, I played it. I just gotta
work wife.
I could probably share it on my phone. It's just sometimes like
it's the husband of my work wife.
Hello, off Monica.
I shared all the pictures though. The pictures are in Discord of like what they usually wear and like the outfits that they wore when we fought.
Yeah. VFX. Cats.
Lakin's yelling at me because I ignored his question earlier. No, I can't make patches. The patch function of my website is dog shit, and I don't feel comfortable listing patches anymore because they always come out like shit.
Fair enough. Cats will and have replaced children in my life because A, I've never wanted them, and B, cats don't have never have diaper issues for the most part, unless there's more medical issues. But I just changed their litter box. I don't have college fees, and they stay off of Reddit. So they are better than the human children's.
Yeah, so they.
Secret is my mortgage, taxes, and escrow combined is just $750 a month for a 5-bedroom house.
Nice.
I just can't get over that they played a song that was written to mock.
He just fell
Americans.
off the window.
I'm trying to like. It's just so funny how hard they trolled him.
Whiskey is actively playing in his water bowl.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Jasper's in my
I
lap.
caught Nitro reading the Communist Manifesto, so I'm not so sure.
I think my cat's a communist too, or an anarchist.
Well, if he starts reading the anarchist cookbook, you might have.
My ex-husband had a copy of that before. I don't know if.
What does it mean if on my shelf behind me is capital, bread and circuses, but also Wealth of Nations?
No idea.
I think you're confused.
Go to your corner.
You're on a
Yeah,
couple
that
lists.
sounds accurate.
It's fine.
What was I? I was going to say something. Oh, my cats apparently just are not enjoying their automated cat feeder.
No.
Not
Really?
anymore.
Oh.
It's not my fault. Y'all are pigs.
I just free feed. I would not, no. Absolutely. No.
And Puck in the comments is right. He's not smart enough to know that they trolled him. He probably
No.
think it was an homage.
Mm-hmm. He saluted them.
What do you want?
Why are you saluting the British Army? The fuck are you doing?
Why can't you be patient? It's gonna come out in like an hour. Why can't you be patient?
I cut of MAGA because she hates Max.
I like I don't have an automatic cat feeder, but what I have is the water fountain
Lowering you.
since
What's a
whiskey
I
likes
wasn't
to
putting you
sit.
down. I'm just lowering you.
No, Dad, why have you forsaken me?
Hi,
No,
Izzy.
El
Guys.
Izzy.
I just got here.
Okay, and?
So
Why is
weird.
Izzy still here?
Fair enough.
It's not me!
Sorry, you said that Trump rendered a salute, and it immediately made my NCO brain just because. Here's the issue: the president is never supposed to render the salute; he's supposed to return the salute. This man is so fucking stupid about military customs and courtesies that he doesn't even understand where he falls in the pecking order.
No. It's broken. Have we tried
When it's
unplugging
like
it?
an officer's wife, does she render it or what?
Oh my god.
Oh,
So that's what they're supposed to wear, right?
Uh-huh.
Like what they usually wear? Yeah. You can see you can see your
We
whole
can
face,
see you.
babe. All the way up
I'm
your
not a
face.
boomer.
This is the boomer angle.
All right,
Well, he's
so
like
that's what they usually wear.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's what they were wearing yesterday.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh.
That is straight up cosplay.
The redcoats are
And then,
coming.
like, for reference, here's the uniform from the Revolutionary War.
Little up to that.
That's wild.
Not the Lego!
The Lego version.
You'll be back. Wait and see. You'll remember you belong to me.
We were playing that yesterday, actually.
You'll be back. Soon you left this cat had left the room and then he heard the feeder go off and he's like, nom nom nom, all my food.
I just think, yeah, I don't think we're talking enough about the UK trolling Trump. I think it's the most hilarious thing because he's so unaware.
Summer.
No, but because someone said something to like Erica, to British Erica, and she was like, they went, oh, the way that your country greeted Trump was great. I was like, how'd they do it? I went on a little Google adventure.
This
You
dog is
got
like,
yourself in this situation. So. Nitro.
Right. Look at my poor cat. She's just like, how do I get around this dog? By not being a scaredy cat.
I was just gonna say, just boop them.
Dogs like me at any given moment, no thoughts, head empty, just real fucking happy to be here.
Like, do you have a filter on or is that glitter?
She is staring at her so hard, like, this is scary. She's just like, what do I do? Summer, stop. You're not helping situations. Go. Go on. Go down the stairs. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Go. Oh my god. Stop being afraid of Bailey.
I don't understand this life.
There you go.
Chicky,
You
since
should
you're
know this by now.
since you're a T-Rist now, what does that do to my dependent status?
Not the dependa status. That's crazy.
You're depending on a terrorist.
Yeah, that's the real question. It's like, do we salute blue or does the blue salute us? Do I have to call blue by Chicky's rank? Like, how does this work?
Wait, what?
Your husband is frozen, work
No,
life.
the fan. It was the
He's
fan.
just sitting very
Oh.
still. He's not
I was
moving.
just, yeah.
He's
Were you
trying
just
to
staring at the
understand
screen?
lives.
I don't have any trophies to try on like you.
You don't have any what? Your phone sounds terrible.
Sounds like he's connected to Bluetooth.
It's a new phone, so I know that it's. Oh.
Robinson, okay?
He's the same age as
dresses
me.
to try on like Olive.
There you
There you
are.
Oh, you don't have dresses to try on like Olive? You want some? You can have some.
You want? I can send you some
No,
dresses
so-
if you want.
No.
I'll just make some.
You would do that
I love that.
on your beautiful Singer sewing machine that you got.
You got a sewing machine?
One of the like really old, like it's attached to the table pedal ones.
That's cool. My grandmother would go crazy over that.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
only
beautiful.
have a mini one. It's like this.
I really got it just to make my grandma jealous.
To torment your grandma.
I learned to sew from my mom.
I need to learn to sew.
I was forced to for Girl Scouts.
I can crochet.
I can't do that.
I'm a phone
I learned to
smith.
sew because of Obama economy.
The economy is crazy.
Don't embarrass
you,
me
Joe
in front of my
Biden.
friends.
Don't embarrass me in front of my friends is crazy.
Okay.
As if we don't actively embarrass ourselves in front of all our friends on a day and day. Have you met me, Monica?
I am literally here just to embarrass Parker's mostly today, but always.
You have a
You're really
target.
good at it.
I didn't
I'm
realize
now-
you guys had friends.
I've muted backpack.
Am I chopped liver?
Please.
Because he did the thing where he didn't use his knowledge of grammar for good. He used it for elitist racism.
Oop.
And as an English teacher, I'm going to say, fuck you. No more talkies for you.
Morgan and Morgan sues Disney to use Steamboat Willie in law firm ads.
Wait.
No.
Wait, hold on. Morgan and Morgan sues Disney for using Steamboat Willie?
To be able to use Steamboat Willie in
Oh.
their ads.
I was
Is
like,
it Steamboat Willie
Willie is public
free use now?
Yeah.
As of January of last year. But
Yeah.
Disney isn't allowed. Disney is still trying to stop them from using it. So they're suing on those.
Get to do that.
Stop that scary ass Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yeah, because Winnie the Pooh is free use, and so there's like scary movie versions now.
Actually,
Bear.
there's someone on this app who composed all the music for the horror version of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, we friendos now.
That's crazy.
Ghost Willie a racist thing? I mean, probably, but like
More than likely.
Disney is a racist thing.
I found out that he
It's
actually knows a friend of
babe.
mine.
he
What
got
did
a
your-
flag
For what?
for showing content that may make people uncomfortable.
It was the Legos.
It's true, the British do make me uncomfortable.
I am uncomfortable with Monica's husband.
I need to be clear, very clear here. As an indigenous man, I am very uncomfortable with the British.
It's fair. It's fair.
Well, now you gotta put husband onto a new agency so he doesn't keep getting flagged and
It doesn't even
clapped.
go on lives. Like,
To be fair, they brought me over here, so I'm also uncomfortable.
So how about the weather?
Justin, it's fine. Erica's one of the good ones.
Erica's not British.
it's all Brits
She's
until
not
it's no
British.
Brits crow.
She's from British.
From British.
No, she's from Mississippi, Oklahoma, Arkansas, some state.
She already said that she's from British.
Yeah, he's from British.
Were you guys in that live when someone said, "Are you from British?"
Yep.
Yep, I was
Man
there.
pleads guilty to federal charges for setting fires at 2 Minnesota mosques. Can you stop?
That's what we tell them all the time.
Yeah.
Like
Word.
he's
I just want to
actively.
remind everybody.
Sorry,
I was
no,
just
go
gonna
ahead.
say,
I
I
was
posted
bitching
a
about my
thing that
cat.
was obviously satire in Monica's Discord, and I put in "read slowly and don't freak out."
I did.
And then
I did it.
everybody
I listened.
freaked out.
I listened.
Wait, who freaked?
Everybody
I only
else.
freaked out because the grammar literally hurt me. Like physically hurt me.
Is it on their live chat? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in live chat. I was like, y'all didn't read slowly.
That was
Who
fun.
said I can read?
That was the
Can I
problem.
thank you all for a second? I want to thank you all for a second. So, like, every day I come here, and sometimes I'm on the panel and sometimes not, but when we're in this hour, your irreverence makes my brain not be on fire. So I appreciate your fucking random bullshit.
That's what we need.
I win.
Oh yeah,
I
stop
made the racist
it! I grew up
man.
in a red state.
Backpack and black DM going, it's alarming to know that you're an educator. Yikes.
Sorry.
Good. I love it when I make the racists nervous.
I want to thank you all for flagging
We
me.
didn't do it.
That's GOP
I did it.
behavior, sir.
Your Lego
I'm
man
just-
offended TikTok.
I'm just seeing what you posted, Adi.
Every time I make a racist cry and or sweat, I know it's a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where was I supposed to read something slowly?
You just saw it, Blue?
Time Olive was like, I'm bad at math or I'm bad at words. I don't know things. I'm like, you're a teacher.
Olive, look where Monica tagged me in the
America. Why don't you just search for things that I sent, Olive, or just search for the words?
I'm
read
trying to make sure my
slowly.
cat doesn't flood the apartment with his fucking water bowl right now.
There's enough
How much water is in the water bowl?
apartment.
Right? So it's a water fountain.
It has
It's in the live chat.
reservoir.
Hold on.
Reservoir. I'm not a teacher.
Reservoir is a French
Reservoir.
word. It's stupid. We should not.
Yes, to the French, says this Canadian.
So there was somebody in Matt's the other night who was saying that no, it's American once it's adopted and used.
Oh,
and words.
Read this slowly.
Barky,
and
don't
don't
start.
freak out.
Breaking. The FBI has announced that Tyler Robinson has committed that in his cell next.
What the heck?
There we go.
The FBI has announced that Tyler Robinson has committed self-unaliving in his cell next week, while the security cameras were mysteriously turned off.
I mean,
which was funny, and the amount of y'all going, wait, where was this posted, y'all?
Look, I don't pay attention.
You're like, oh, he's already out, because everybody's assuming that's what's gonna happen to him.
Right. It'll be next. I mean, if Candace Owens happens to be right about one thing in her life, maybe.
I just want to show off my mug.
That'd be cool.
I thought you
I'm
said I
not gonna
want
put
to
that on
show
the
off
big
my
screen,
lumps.
but I love it.
Don't
Then
put it
I'll
on the
get
big screen.
whacked.
Do not put it on the
Oh
big
my.
screen.
I heard I
I
want to
get
show
like
my
for
lumps.
wearing this shirt, so
My lumps. My
Okay,
lumps.
I can do Logic, and I can do Logic and Xena, and I can do Logic and Megan all in the spaces. I cannot do all three of you in the same space. This is not.
why do you think I brought out the mug?
Terry.
You are fucking wet. No one likes a wet cat. Freezing.
Parker's over here bragging about all the people she can do.
No.
I don't think Olive knows what was wrong with her sentence and why that's incorrect.
I mean, I don't.
I
was like, touche. You know what? Hashtag blame Olive, okay?
But
that's always my
know
stage.
who's clipping Olive because we need to.
Please
Lena.
stop touching my butt. You're so no because he's been playing with the water thing. He has so much water on his paws, and it's like cold paws touching my butt.
Did you guys see what JD Vance tweeted last night?
No.
Or 5 hours ago?
Should I look?
Everyone, please congratulate Marco Rubio, the new host of ABC's Late Night Show.
Fuck?
What?
Bruh.
Is the administration now going
That cannot
to?
He hired Fox News hosts, so now he's just going to slowly replace all the television. He's running The Apprentice again. This is what's happening.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
mercy on my soul. All
Go
right.
on out of here.
I'm so glad I canceled cable long ago. That's all I'm gonna say.
Stop. Hey.
I don't think. Do you think your work hubby has enough Wi-Fi or data in order to yeet me? Because I don't think he's ever had the pleasure.
I wonder, does he have God mod?
That would
He's
be
not
a
in here
problem.
enough.
He's right.
He doesn't. Now he does. Because when I gave him mod is when I literally first started, when you have to do that 3 days and blah blah blah, and I just needed somebody to help with the chat.
Okay, I'm giving you a countdown.
Let's see if
Yeet
you can
me
do it.
that
You know
one.
how to yeet people, babe.
Watch, see if he can figure it out in 5 seconds, literally.
Right?
Authoritarians are better than communists.
Whiskey
That's a crazy
pickles!
thing to
As
say.
a communist leaning, no.
Absolutely
No.
not.
He's not gonna figure it out.
Hey!
He's not.
No!
Who am I eating? Adi.
Olive.
Oh, of course you do. You do know? Okay, well, eat Adi.
My
Just
box.
go.
Now.
Now go.
That was
You
muting.
You missed it.
There you go.
Training.
So
There it goes.
proud.
Love
W
you, babe.
work wife husband.
W logic.
Always W logic.
Oh my gosh.
Not always.
Ari, good job.
You say hi?
Bitch, you doing
Hi, pretty
a good
kitty.
job. Bitch, you doing a good
Look at your pretty eyes. Look at your pretty eyes for the camera.
Look at that pretty baby.
Mine's not. Mine's being a terror.
Maybe
my cat's
dangerous
Antifa.
activity.
Mine has not left wanting to be physically on me at all points, and it's caused some pain today. So
You know, I learned how I can now use my soundboard when I go live. Are you ready? This is what I can do. Let me find it. Can you hear it?
Kind of. Barely, but yeah.
No, don't. King Gabi, we don't call people we don't like fascists. We just don't like them.
I am going to. Swear to God. I'm going to tell your father.
And you saying
Dobby, we actually
Until
do
your dad gets
tend to
home.
recognize our inherent biases. I am white is mayonnaise, and therefore I am inherently racist, and I work to unpack that. My friends here all recognize, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only trans person on the panel currently, that they have inherent biases as cisgender folks. We are very aware of that.
Chicky,
we
did
talking
you
about a
make that
problem?
horizontal on purpose so that it
Yes,
would match where
the cat
Megan's
was
cat was? So that the cat would specifically fall in the right direction because of gravity? Okay. Just
Hey, you know what?
Weirdest thing since yesterday for me is that they're unable to understand that I cannot like a person to still defend their rights. Like
yeah.
Jimmy
Right?
Kimmel, not a great person, built his entire empire on misogyny. The Man Show was a thing that fucking existed. Still had a First Amendment violation happen.
Mm-hmm.
Never watched the show. Wish it was still on air.
I didn't like a lot of his things.
I just didn't think he was that funny, so I didn't watch him.
Yeah.
Men funny? That's a weird concept.
No, well, that too.
I mean, Colbert is on my celebrity dinner list.
Oh, I was
Absolutely.
gonna say he's on my celebrity smash list. I'm not
that
even
too.
gonna
You
lie.
would smash Colbert?
I would
Colbert in a
smash
heartbeat.
Colbert. Yeah,
In a
absolutely.
heartbeat.
Funny men, like
They go.
yeah, no, because they're rare.
Did you watch the Mindy Project, Monica?
I didn't.
Okay,
actually.
you need to just for when he plays the priest.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Want to have dinner with Jeff Goldblum?
Yes, that
Yes.
would also be a good one.
That would be fun.
Yes. Am I the only weirdo that like really likes Tom Hanks?
No, I love Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks is great.
Would you smash Tom Hanks?
No, because he's more of like a dad.
I'm not going to. I'm not
I
going to
wouldn't.
answer.
I'm just
Not that way.
I'm not going to answer. Yes, probably would.
Big brother.
Good for you.
I would smash an older man with a car.
I would hear Woody and it would bug me.
100%. Wait. Of Monty.
We would shoot you that ass.
What? Babe, what is it? What?
What does
Hold
that
on.
mean?
He said, I'm gonna run a train on it.
What? Okay. Sure. Good. Oh, Colbert. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes
Yes, Colbert.
Not logic. I'd call Tom Hanks daddy. My favorite movie is
I do
Tom
like
Hanks
him very
featuring
good.
Tom Hanks, starring Tom Hanks.
Yeah, starring Tom Hanks. With a special guest appearance by
Tom Hanks. That's like one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. Not Forrest Gump.
I liked him as Forrest Gump.
So when I walk past my cat cleaning itself, I have a compulsion to pet the spot she's cleaning and then just walk away.
You're so
I like
mean.
to do the slurp sound when they're cleaning because my cat hates that shit. You just do every time they look at she'll like look at me like, you better fucking cut it out.
Whiskey, I'll catch if Whiskey starts licking himself and he starts licking me because he's laying on me. I'll just put my finger out and then I'll grab his tongue.
There's a celebrity I'm ashamed I haven't like met yet because I've seen him in every single convention, and that's John Barrowman.
Monica, did you just mute your husband?
Because
Oh my God.
there's a joke that me and my friends, my cosplay friends, have, is that he is literally at every convention. There was one convention that I went to that their assistant at the convention said he actually is doing just this one today. He's flying out to this other place because there's a convention he has to show up to, and then coming back here to do his other appearance, and then the next weekend he'll be in another one. So I can't remember who called out for this one for Dragon Con, but John Barrowman was the one that replaced him. So I was dying laughing. I sent the screenshot of the message to my other friend, and I said, "Look who's gonna be in this convention!" And she died laughing. So I need to hurry up and actually get a picture with him before it's too late.
I just saw someone pour Coke on their face to talk about a makeup product.
What?
I don't.
Or are they trying
What
to
are
say
you
like
doing?
that makeup stays even if you put Coca-Cola on your face?
I don't know
probably?
why that was the. But I mean, okay, sure. It's she glam, so I don't know.
I guess it's to, like, because there's the thing about like Coca-Cola neutralizes battery acid.
Right.
Why do you have battery acid on your face?
Yeah, why would you put battery acid on your foundation?
I remember when they were saying that, pour Coke to get a better tan. I'm like,
huh?
You're gonna get ants.
You're gonna get ants. Are you now just sitting with your cat now, Crow, instead of doing work?
You gotta take a cab break.
Yeah, fair.
I think I had a rough physical health
This is
day because I was
tired
like
himself
doing
out
stuff
finally.
nonstop and not taking breaks. Everyone took
This is also your reminder that this is the cat Mochi that came from the cat distribution system. That Randy was sitting on our porch reading a book, and this cat just kind of rolled up and was like, "I live here now." Okay.
Fair enough.
How long did you meet your husband for?
I think I was in that
can't-
live when that happened.
I can't fix it. Like when it's like I would have to go in and unmute him because when I have it set, it's like I have.
So
it
you just muted him for the whole live?
He's in trouble. And I
He's
text him.
in trouble.
He's in trouble.
Did you have
He's
to
still
unmod
remember
him?
that he is still a white man in America, and we're training. We are working on this.
Oh.
Did you have to unmod him to mute him?
Huh?
No, the host can mute.
Yes.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, other mods can't mute in the chat, but host can.
We can just drop each other from panels.
Mm-hmm.
And do.
Uh-huh. I still feel like there should be a whole live where everyone gets modded in Brett's live, and we just drop each other during random parts of the
Chaos.
Mod wars.
It would just be us dropping Izzy though the whole time.
Accurate.
Todd.
I'm not gonna
It's
lie,
hard.
I have other people I would drop.
Oh. I didn't do it.
Okay, so somebody has to tell Todd this when you talk to him. We did a video series about employment inclusion, and we kind of did a spoof off of The Office, and we needed to come up with a name for the dumb Michael Scott character. And I went, Todd. It was just the most basic white guy name I could think of.
I
in the
can't
moment.
lie, it's a good name.
I was like, Todd just came to mind right away. Sorry, Todd.
It fits way too well.
I had an Uncle Todd. He was removed a few times.
Oh.
What does that mean?
He divorced my one aunt and then got together with her sister.
Ruh-roh.
And then that's not even the worst part. He
There's more?
divorced my aunt,
there's more.
and then he got married to my uncle.
Nice. Honestly, good for him.
Yeah.
I hate the story that gay.
All right then.
All right. I'm gonna go eat.
Yay!
That sounds like a good idea.
Should I go live?
Over foods.
I could go live again and then see what happens. Or should we play?
You do what you want to do, babe.
What was that?
Whose vacuum decided to erupt?
For a second, I thought it was my 3D printer.
Oh, coffee. Why does your coffee machine scream at you?
Oh, what the?
The coffee. Sorry.
fancy espresso, it gets loud.
What's the sound?
Pal World.
I'll play Pal World. That's what I'll do.
I can definitely play Pal World right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll play Pal World. That's what I'll
The
do.
benefit
I'll
of
do
being
Pal
able to work from my own personal computer is that nobody can tell me what I can or can't access.
Are you guys about to make me install Power World on my computer again?
Yes.
We have a
Sounds
dedicated
like it.
server.
Yep.
Do it, Crow.
We just
Well,
can
my
hear.
friendly friends, I love you all, and I'm gonna drop you down.
We.
Okay, now I gotta go in here and argue with my box so that I can switch. I got it. Got it. Thank you guys for being here. I know it was a little bit different today. We did have a little bit of a discussion, but mostly a discussion with our friends, and I think that that's also fine. I think we need to find a place where we can move forward, where we can keep having these conversations and just making it aware of what's going on. It sounds like Olive's going to do maybe a Hangout Live. If not, whatever. We'll all be around. We always are. I love you guys all so much. I love you, Chris. I love you, Kayla. I love you, Chicky. Love you all. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I might do the same background, but I actually might add ops only, see if we can have some conversation. I would love to hear their whataboutisms for how previous administrations have done this. I'm not denying that previous administrations have done this, but not to this extent. So I would love to have those conversations too. So that might be what we do tomorrow. Anywhere between 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mountain Time, whatever time that is for you. If you are not in our Discord, go ahead and go into my bio and join the Discord. I do post my lives, the entirety of my lives, onto my YouTube the next day so that you can come in and watch them, watch a certain part you missed or something you want to see again. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Do something good for yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow.